Awesome. Look at that. Turn my phone off and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, good morning. How's everybody? Good. Awesome. You guys are getting the hang of this stuff because Leslie Wathen, you know, it's amazing who shows up. You start to hand out checks and it's amazing who comes out of the woodwork. People you haven't seen in months, all of a sudden. See, Darla, exactly. I'm just teasing. We're glad that you're here to pick up a check. All right? How are things going? Awesome. It's great to see you. All right, good deal. Anyway, first of the year, we switched to 9:30. We used to be 10 o'clock, right? And so now we switched to 9:30. So now we're finally, I think, everybody getting the hang of that we're actually starting at 9:30. We got a few that might wander in at 10 thinking that they're on time, but they're not. So kind of like church when they switch, when we switch time, whatever, to go to... yeah, well, that too. All right. What's the other thing? Daylight savings time. Thank you very much. Boy, I got to get myself going here. I'm still on Tennessee time. I'm a little bit slow this morning. Got to get my brain fired up. Welcome. This is a great meeting. May is one of my favorite meetings because we get the chance to kind of revisit who we are and do everything that we do. So with that in mind, I've got a lot of back rowers back there. You guys sitting? Okay. You guys know what I meant. That's what those were more my FSAT when I taught math. I could just tell. I said, guys, sit anywhere you want. And the people that rush for the back, I said, those are my projects. All right, I know that. I got those guys, all right, all day long as the people I'm going to have to just work on. So I got in trouble. You know what I did is very little you could do, but if you forgot if you didn't come to the class prepared, you had to I'd let you stay, all right? You could borrow a book, all right, but you had to stand the whole class. And then somebody whined, it's not fancy. So I had to stop doing that. That was way back in 1991 or something. That's before the millennials got a chance to be born before they could whine. All right? Okay, so they were whining even before then. So, geez. All right. Good deal. All right. Enough aside. Let's go through we got some vendors in the house. We'll go through them real fast, and then we want to get on to some other stuff so we can talk about the important things. Not that our vendors aren't important, but of course they are, but here we go. All right. Jerry.
All right.
Sending a text?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
You want to read the text?
Well, is it readable? Okay, all right, good deal. All right, Jerry Papa, Gulfview Property Realty. We're on 45 seconds.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Jerry Papa with Gulfview Realty Property Management, your preferred quality professional lease and property management company serving all of Tampa Bay. We're officed in the West Chase office of Future Home Realty, and we provide professional lease and property management services throughout Tampa Bay. And for any of you that would like to know more about our company, I will be here during the duration. We also have rack cards. And I just wanted to tell you that Future Home Realty, in conjunction with some other folks, are expanding, and we're going to be expanding south of the border, and I mean way south of the border. We're all going to Colombia this month.
Nice. Hey, our cartel? Colombia. We got the cartel. Here's our Colombian cartel. Where's the rest of them right here? Okay, they're on their way. All right, we got a Colombian cartel. All right.
We're going to Cali.
Going back to Cali.
We're going back to Cali, not California.
Oh, okay.
Cali, Colombia.
Okay, Cali, Colombia.
Yeah.
And you said Future Home's expanding there?
No, I said Gulfview Realty.
Okay, perfect. Good. It's news to me, and I was saying, I got to hide my credit cards. Okay, what happened?
We're going to be meeting with a group of investors in Cali, and to see what kind of interest we can bring back to the states and the purchase and management of properties here in Tampa Bay for them.
Awesome. That's a great deal. Perfect.
Thank
Good deal. Look up Jerry. Does a great job. Don't manage your properties. The reason you manage your properties is because you don't want to lose the lead. I get it. He will protect the lead. That's why he's allowed to hang out with us, because he will protect your lead. He will not steal your business. And when that client's ready to sell 3 years from now, or that tenant's ready to buy, and you brought him to Jerry, then you get that deal. All right. So but you'll get a referral on the front side. You'll get the client back on the back side without having to worry about the hassle of property management. When you manage property, you'll find out why you don't want to manage property. So, all right, good deal. Well, what other vendors? Let's keep going. Who do we got? All right, here we go.
Good morning. I am Carolyn Thomas. I am with Florida Building Inspection Group. We are your residential and commercial building inspector. We pretty much are a one-stop shop. We do everything from your 21-point wind mits, WDOs, and we even do spas, pools, docks, and seawalls. So if there's anything that you need in the way of building inspection, please call the FBI.
Look at that. Very nice. Okay, awesome. Good deal. Brian, how are you, man?
I'm doing great.
Great. Brian has a daughter getting married in March of next year.
So I still need you guys to.
There's lots
sell
of
those
business.
warranties.
Keep coming. Business. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Brian Brown, Old Republic Home Warranty, the warranty that actually covers stuff. Don't forget, we cover the R22, all of it. We also cover both components of the air conditioner under the Florida mandate of match system replacement, not just the one half and let the homeowner pay for the other half. So, but here's a number for you: $32,219.32. That's how much.
That's your weekly income.
No, that's how much. Yeah. That's how much. That's how much we have serviced your clients in the last year.
Nice. Future home age clients?
That
Nice.
32,000 is what we spent on your clients in the
Very
last
good.
year.
Nice.
So,
That was just my client.
Yeah. Right.
so you're the one that had the $8,000 air conditioner.
That's right.
So yeah, but anyway, I just want to know that we do cover your clients, and we, by doing that, hopefully you get the referrals, which is what we're all about, right? Referrals.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian. Great guy. All right. Good deal. Going down the road. Hey, guys. How are you? All right. Kevin.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How's Baba?
Great.
All right.
How'd you know I was going to mention that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. I think I know everyone in the room, but I'm Kevin Overstreet. I'm the owner of Insured Title and the director of Synergy Title down in Madera Beach. Also the founder of the Become a Better Agent training program. And a lot of you are coming to it. The one that's happening in June, we're taking a little extra time to prepare for it. We're going to have 240 people there, and it is the Mortgage Masters one. We have some officials coming down from Tallahassee to talk about RESPA and how to not violate RESPA with your lenders. And we have a lending panel of experts. I've got a bigwig from Guaranteed Rate coming down from Chicago, the CEA of Interlink Mortgage coming down from, I want to say, Alabama. It's going to be huge. So please, you can go on your phone or online, which I guess would be on your phone also. But go to babaevent.com, click on Get Tickets. The tickets are free. Please don't register if you're not going to attend. We have a lot of no-shows, but we have 6 weeks.
That's what happens with free registration, by
Exactly.
the way.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
We have 6 weeks and 2 days and already have 95 registrations. And we haven't even really started marketing yet. So if you haven't come and you've heard about it, which you have, come to this one because it's going to be the best one. And last but not least, I want to introduce Crystal Hill. Crystal is the third eye. You know what that means? So I'm ideas and inspiration, and then I drop the ball.
Yeah,
So this is
implementation.
implementation.
Got
Crystal's
it.
my new assistant. So
Awesome.
now I'm going to make things happen, and she's going to get things done.
Perfect. Okay, so email Kevin so he can forward it to Crystal.
Exactly.
All right, just like I do to Jim. That's
Thanks, everyone, for
awesome.
everything. Thanks,
Great.
Bob.
Good job. Thanks, Kev. Brian Heckman. How are you, man?
How you doing?
Good to see you. You too. Looking good. Thanks. All right, tell us about, what are you going to tell us about? Teacher programs?
I am.
See, how do I know that? Because Brian's a Facebook and a text. I got a text from you yesterday. You sent that out personally, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, see, I could tell that. All right.
I really did.
Tell
So,
us what you got going on.
So I'm Brian Heckman with Heckman Mortgage Group, and hey, I'm just big on trying to generate business like right now, right? So it's Teacher Appreciation Week. Anybody deal with teachers as clients? Yeah. So it's an awesome little time right now because they're about to ramp up and then be done for like 2 months. So there's a great teacher program out there. It's a Community Heroes program. And so just push the stuff out. So if you have questions, like we have flyers and stuff like that, to be able to help you disseminate this stuff, whether it's a digital flyer on Facebook or an actual flyer you print out.
Yeah.
Still?
Old school?
Old school?
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys are eligible for the $15,000 down payment assistance program. They're also, many of them are eligible for the $2,000 tax credit program every year. So it's like killer stuff, right? I mean, they don't even know about it, right? And it's crazy how little we pay these teachers. So it's a great way to just take that product and push it the next month. My kid got into Junior National Honor Society.
Awesome. Nice.
Can I just really quick, and you guys just say,
can.
"Yay, Peyton!" really quick on
Yeah,
video?
okay, yeah.
Awesome. Hold on one second. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay, Peyton! That a baby. Good job, Peyton. All right, man.
That's all. Thanks for having me here.
All right,
Appreciate
good
it.
deal. Absolutely, good deal. And Sarah can tell us about, he's talking about printing old school flyers. You can get flyers printed for 19 cents a flyer or something like that.
33 cents on for a third of the price.
For a third of the price.
29 cents.
29 cents.
29 cents
So-
a flyer.
Ask Sarah how. I saw her Facebook post. Ask me how. All right. Very good. We'll come around to Sarah in a second. So, hey, Francine.
Hi, good
How are
morning.
you?
Good morning. Great.
Speaking of banks, here we go.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Francine Vila and Shannon Correnti with American Bank Shares Mortgage, and we're very proud to be your lunch training sponsor today. And we have some exciting things, so I'm excited to see who can stay and add a little time to your day to learn some great things about our renovation program. And then we're going to incorporate an AMA section to have you pick the brain of an underwriter and get all your weird, funky scenario questions answered.
Awesome.
Great,
Good
thank
deal.
you.
So that's right. Today, after Sarah arranged this, 11:30 to 1, if you guys want to stick around. Can they stick around if they haven't registered? Okay. All right.
Any idea how many of you are going to stick around?
So,
I have enough food coming.
okay, good deal. All right, because she's bringing in food, so we want to make sure. Because her lunch and learns really mean lunch. All right? If you guys come to my lunch and learns, it's a BYOL. All right? Okay, you guys come in and they're all sitting there with their napkins. It's tucked into their shirts. I'm like, I'm going to feed your mind. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to do much lunch and learns, right? All right? Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How
Good.
are you?
Good to see you. This is not a microphone. This is just so that they can hear you online.
Okay, got
Okay, so
it.
it's not projecting, so make sure you project from the diaphragm. and everything
Projects
else.
pretty
Okay,
loud. I'm
good.
pretty loud.
Good deal. All right.
So I'm Sarah Hash. I'm with Equity National Title. We're an attorney-owned title company in Palm Harbor, which means that you get, with every closing, you get free legal advice on that closing from my attorney. He's always a text away. I can reach him like that, so if there's any questions or issues, I can get a hold of him. Also, I've been in the industry for 19 years, since I was in diapers, and I actually sold real estate for 12 years, so I get your guys' struggles. I know what it's like to be in the trenches. And then I also teach a social media class. I have one coming up with Francine, May 19th at Pro. You can find that on the Pro calendar. And I see a lot of you who have been to my class, so it's good to see you guys here, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Awesome. Great. Perfect. Good deal. I miss anybody? We're good? Going around the room? Okay. Awesome. We'll come back. We got one more. We got David Rankin. David is the owner of American Patriot Title. By the way, you guys know I bring a buffet to you. We got a couple lenders. We've got 3 title companies. We've got home inspectors. We've got home warranty. We bring people to you. It's, again, people want to talk to you guys, obviously. We're pushing 1,200 agents now, all right? And when we're pushing 1,200 agents, you get people knocking on your door quite a bit. Hey, by the way, I'd love to come, right? And I get that. But the people that we allow to come are people that are going to bring value to you, all right? It's not just, hey, do business with me, but let me help you build your business, all right? Brian and I started that way back in the day. Brian's always been learning-based, and he's always been about, let me help you grow your business. And I guess by default, you'll probably remember me sometime down the road and use me for mortgages, all right? That's the kind of atmosphere we like to produce, that it's not just, hey, use me because of me, use me because I'm bringing value to you, and we're going to have a synergistic relationship, all right? So that's kind of cool. David, you want to come up real quick? David Rankin is the owner of American Patriot Title, also an attorney, all right? And he comes to our office meetings most months, and allows us to kind of pepper him with some questions for free, all right, the way most attorneys won't. And so it's kind of a good thing.
The stump the chimp portion of the program.
That's right, exactly.
That's
Stump the
right.
chump, and you are?
Chimp.
Oh, the chimp.
Chimp, yeah.
All right, okay, very good. All right. Good deal. So you got something you wanted to cover. You said we're in dialogue with the FAR Legal hotline, or FAR Legal, and they've said that there's some issues coming up with the new contract?
Well, no, the point that I wanted to make was the folks over at in Orlando, Florida Realtors, had put this contract together with a subcommittee with attorneys and people from Florida Realtors. And normally, after they have a significant change like this, they have just inundated with calls. We have issues, we have problems, we need to change this, we need to change that. Of course, that's all filtered through the prism over there, and eventually they said, well, maybe we need to change some. But significantly, they have had very few calls about this revision. Now, the caveat is that, hey, people just started using it the first week in April. We are not quite 30 days into this period, so we don't know. There may be a huge onslaught of calls and issues and that kind of thing. But so far, the news is not so much what has happened, but what has not. And that is apparently, my first thought was maybe they did a really good job, and that's why we don't have the issues that we do on other questions, thoughts about revisions, that kind of thing. So far, so good. And just, if anybody's out there thinking, what in the world is he talking about? New contract. You need to go online. You are really one of the most favored associates with this group, because you can go online and there is a pre-recorded program specifically on the new contract changes. Exactly right. Whoa, there it is. Speaking of the devil. Now, one other thing, I just want to move on. One other thing, one concept we don't normally talk about here, but does need to be talked about, is the concept of misdemeanor. All right, people think, what has that got to do with me? I want to tell you that I represent. What's that?
Hopefully nothing.
Hopefully nothing. That's right. Anybody who's been charged with a misdemeanor in the last 10 years, please raise. No, never mind. So one of the saddest moments, I go to the Florida Real Estate Commission meetings. I've represented hundreds of people in front of the Florida Real Estate Commission over the years. And one of the saddest moments is someone is charged with not having a misdemeanor filed against them, but failing to report the fact that they entered a plea to a misdemeanor. Obviously, if you enter a plea to a felony, you also have to report that. But there's so many people who start off their presentation with, "I didn't know." All right, and I want to assure you that the Florida Real Estate Commission, when you say the words "I didn't know," that goes in one ear and out the other. They don't care. All right, that is absolutely not something or part of their process. What you need to know is that there is a requirement, there is a statutory provision that says if you enter a plea, if you're just charged, you don't have to, you're presumed innocent. But if you enter a plea, and another huge mistake that people make, this is criminal defense attorneys, they say, well, we're gonna enter a plea of no contest. There's no guilty plea, so you don't have to report that. What they don't realize, about 15 years ago, they changed the statute, and if you enter a plea, no matter what it is, no contest, guilty, it doesn't matter what it is, you have to report that within 30 days of the entry of the plea. So, if there's anybody out there who's thinking, whoops, I wasn't aware of that, all right, then either report it, give me a call. But that is something that is, once again, a huge tragedy, because oftentimes, the other thing is when you're applying, I think everybody here has a license, but if another tragedy is when somebody applies and they had a misdemeanor years ago and they failed to report it. I had a mortgage originator who applied recently for a license, and she failed to let them know about a plea that she entered 25 years ago to a worthless check charge. And if she had disclosed that, would not have been an issue. It was 25 years ago, minor issue, but the fact that she failed to report that, they see that as trying to obtain a license by fraud, and they were all set to decline or reject the application. So any type of criminal plea, that must be reported within 30 days of the entry of the plea. The last concept I want to talk about is one near and dear to all our hearts, and that is procuring cause. All right, we're not going to go through the whole concept today. It's one of those things like something similar to, if you ever had the experience when you were a kid, there was a nice big bowl of Jell-O, and you reached your hand in and you squeezed hard and you wondered, where did the Jell-O go? This is the same kind of concept, where procuring cause, what in the world is it? And I have this spiral book here. This is basically guidelines for panels to use. They're in here. It's probably 30 or 40 pages about guidelines for panels who are sitting in judgment of who was or was not the procuring cause. And because you are members of your local realtors board, you agree that if there is some kind of dispute as far as who's entitled to a commission, that you automatically have agreed that the association, arbitration, the panel, will make that decision as far as who's entitled. You don't go to court. You go to your local association. There's an arbitration. And having sat in with a number of panels, I can't tell you specifically what's said. That's all confidential. But I can assure you that one of the biggest issues every time there's any discussion about who's entitled to a commission, when the buyer's side commission is in debate, it is how much attention did the first realtor pay to that client, and was that relationship maintained? And you know that there are a number of buyers who just decide they're not going to use you, all right? Well, if you, before they decide not to use you, you go dark on them, you don't communicate, then most panelists are going to say, well, that buyer was abandoned, all right? That client was abandoned, and so we're not going to award any commission. That commission goes to the second realtor who picked up the ball and ran with it. But if you have initiated contact, you've shown a property to a buyer, and you continue to communicate, this is the key, this is the point that David is, why is he up there, why is he saying these things? This is the point I'm trying to make, and that is that you must, absolutely must, continue to communicate. Set a certain number of days, 2 days, 3 days, every week, whatever the time frame is, but communicate or try to communicate on a regular basis, and do it in a way that you can prove later on. So either you have texts, emails are probably the best, and you continue to provide information. You say, is there anything else that I can do? You keep the conversation going even though you do not have a participant on the other end. The reason for that is, hey, if that person, that buyer, goes to another buyer's agent and that person buys that property, you have a much stronger case for being the procuring cause. If you go dark, there is no communication for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, the panel will say, it sure looks like abandonment. And what they're really saying is, hey, we're good realtors. We would have communicated. We would have kept up communication. We would have given them the opportunity to respond. We would have continued to provide information. We would have been in contact with a listing agent and those kinds of things. So what the panel is saying is, hey, that person fell below the standard of what we would do. We would have continued to communicate. So make sure, number one, that you communicate, and number two, you communicate in a fashion that you can prove later on. Don't say, well, I left voicemails. I called and they didn't respond. Leave a paper trail. All right?
Awesome. That's good. By the way, David's been in these arbitrations. We've been in several arbitrations trying to defend you and or defend ourselves sometimes on procuring causes. It's a moving target. It's the jello. It really is. What David is saying is critical. Right? Having that proven communication, because they like to see the famous term is the unbroken chain of events, right, that led to the contract. It's not used to, people always think that, oh, he who writes the deal gets the commission, and that's not the case. It's, goes back further than that. So, but also realize this, all right, and no offense to anybody who sits on these panels, all right, those panels, we're glad they're there, but David's right, you're sitting in front of a jury of your peers, 5 other realtors, and 5 other realtors who have time to sit on a panel. All right, okay, and so just bear in mind that you're not necessarily all the time dealing with the elite of the elite there that understand what you go through on a daily basis, all right, and we've seen, and again, it's a crapshoot, I'll be honest with you. I mean, Tom, is that right?
Yeah, but I got to disagree with you. Because
okay.
The people that are sitting on those panels are the top notch.
Okay, and that's...
And we all have to, every single year, go through an updated classes and so
right.
forth to be reapproved to sit on those panels. The biggest problem that everybody has is all of you people that are deleting text messages and emails, you need to stop now.
Okay.
Don't delete anything. You can, if you're using them, your phone or your tablet, there's apps out there that you can print those to a PDF file. You need to print them to a PDF file because if you come to the panel and you don't have any evidence, you're going to lose.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's what most people that come, well, I did this and I did that.
I said, or here's what I told them. Right, exactly. Tom, and my apologies, I must have got a bad batch. All right. All right. I missed the cream of the crop somewhere along the way.
Which association were you at?
Well, I've been to all. So again, and I've had it. We'll leave it at that. Okay. All right. We've been to all. So, but Tom is exactly right. And David, thank you very much, because that's a way to protect yourself is to have this. All right, in play. But that being said, even when you have a lot of this stuff, it's still a crapshoot. That's why if you ever come to us, we're going to try and say, hey, you know what? Let's work this out in advance now, right? Let's get this hammered out before we get to that stage of having to go there. Because once we go there, it's like 7 come 11, baby needs new Cole Haans, all right? We're just rolling the dice, all right? What's going to happen, and we'll see what, we can make of it, and hopefully it all works out, so. Jillian, how are you? Good. Lose some weight. Look at you. All right. I see that. That's that Boston in you. All right. Okay. I'm a fighter. Absolutely. You look great. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, David. And that's good advice on all fronts. Now, speaking of which, David did mention the new contract. How many of you guys have been to FHR University yet? Okay. You don't have to raise your hand and don't play. What's the word I'm looking for? All right. Yeah, it's coming along. It is. Okay, here's my vision. Way back in 2004, when we started Future Home Realty, I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could train online, right? Which was like cutting edge at the time. 2004, people said online. All right, well, we were already online, and we had this kind of, the only way we could record stuff is through this kind of Cisco-based WebEx recorder, and you guys had to download this massive behemoth to try and, watch the things. And okay, fast forward now, I can record a class on my phone in about 15 minutes and then have it up online in about 3 minutes after that, right? It's just, load it up to YouTube, YouTube shifts it up to here. And so my vision had always been, wouldn't it be cool if we have, I'm a parent, sitting in car line, and I'm sitting there and I, get there at 2:18 for 3:30 dismissal, because if not, then I'm picking up at 4:30, right? Okay, yeah, so you're with me, right? So you're sitting there like, oh gosh, I'm glad I just dropped them off, So anyway, so you're in line early, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool if someone could just pop on and catch a class while they're sitting in car line? Or you're at the gym and you're on the treadmill. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just catch a class while you're doing that? Well, now we're finally here. We've shifted everything, or we're in the process of shifting everything over to YouTube. And YouTube is then firing it up to this FHR University, which you can, any mobile device you can get on, as long as you have internet connection, and you can jump in there. We're going to be creating more subcategories under these and help it become as navigable as possible, all right? But it's a very, very streamlined. This is for FHR agents only, and it's not sexy or glitzy. You can see it's just utilitarian, all right? I want you to be able to go, find it, and know where you can find a class on what you're looking for. So with that being said, if you haven't visited, visit, and when you are there, give us feedback. I'm not looking, don't blow smoke up my backside. Okay, great, it looks great, that's awesome, all right? Just give us feedback on what you want to hear, all right? Hey, that'd be great. We're already getting some already, because I haven't even finished the contract class yet, because it takes a little while to do these things. But I think we're through section 14 or 15. I'm teaching it section by section. That way, if you got a question, by the way, let's show you real quick. So let's say you're stuck it's 11:30 at night, and Jim shut off his phone at 11:22. Shame on him. Can you believe that? Jim, that's early. That's right, exactly. All right, so he stopped. You're like texting him, where's Jim? Where's Jim? You look at your watch. Oh, it is 12:15 a.m. Maybe, all right, the guy's got to sleep sometime, right? And so, what's that?
When are we getting the night gym?
Yeah, right, exactly. See, that's what we need a 24/7 gym, right? Exactly. So if you go to contract and addenda, and I'm stuck on paragraph 8, I want to know what's going on with the new financing clause. And we're a little slow here, but you see how we got them section by section. Here's an overview, right? And then under all these overviews, you can go through, each section is there. I tried to keep them in 15 minutes or shorter. Section 8, I'll guarantee, I do tell you right now it's like 27 minutes because it was so beefy, right? And there's so many changes from the previous one. But go through there, some cool stuff on there. Section 8 has a couple, there's always, by the way, download the FAR bar as is contract. And when we do that, I've kind of highlighted and marked up a copy of one that has some comments, all right, some things in there that you can go through and just pay attention. Some of it, just the comment says, listen to the audio on this. I can't type enough, right? Okay, so it's basically is what I'm saying. So listen to the audio, pay special attention to this, be aware of these things. So it's all there. It's all marked up as you go through, okay? Every section, like I said, we're through section 14 or so, or maybe even a little bit more. But I'm trying to do a couple a day so I can get them uploaded to you. So we started there, then we're going to move on to the rider. The comprehensive rider is coming next. We'll have every, paragraph A, or the rider A, rider B, rider C. It goes through rider double C or whatever is on there right now. We'll go through those and see how those correlate to the FAR. And I'm focused on the FAR bar as is because that's what most of us are using right now. right? The far bar, if you're using that as opposed to the as is, there's just a couple tweaks, and we'll just cover that as well. We just replace, I think, paragraph 12 with something different, and we're in. So that being said, it's not only contract and addendum. If we go back, let's see, here, we got all sorts of other stuff in here as well. The monthly meetings are going to be housed here as well. There's personal growth stuff. By the way, if you haven't followed us on Facebook, you may not have been able to see Mondays. I'm doing like a Monday motivations. Try and keep them 2 minutes or less. I'm posting them on Facebook, 100K page, as well as our Future Home page. But they're here as well. Just quick little blurb on Monday that I'm getting out to do that. So that's under personal growth stuff. 100K clubs, if you want to go back and revisit a 100K club, all those are there. Those are not 15 minutes or less, all right? Those are more like an hour and a half, so just, be prepared to watch what you're going to watch, all right? Business basics, we got things in there. We're going to continue to load more stuff. The benefits of incorporating. Here's business planning for the new year. We taught that at the beginning of the year, going through a PowerPoint on that. There's some other stuff in getting deals done, how to submit a HUD bid, HUD process class, selling FSBOs training. Had somebody emailed me just the other day, hey, got a FSBO down the street from me. I really want to talk to him. What should I say to him? I said, well, that's a great question. And there's about a 43-minute class, all right, that I'm going to send you to, and you just hop right on and get it done. So the information's there. Now, again, we love getting together in person, and that's a great thing, all right? But when you want the information as well, right? And so just realize, start to go there, and we're going to start fill this up. By the way, there are going to be other people that are going to be doing this. We use something called Screencast-O-Matic, all right, which is my screen sharing software where I can just talk and show my screen and record it and upload it to a Google Drive, and boom, and it's all done. One of the first classes I did was teaching a class on how to use that, so that I can have some of you that have some areas of expertise, right? That, hey, look, I'm great at setting up a little single-page website or a single property website for my listings, or I really want to share with the group my listing presentation or whatever. We're going to start filling up with stuff like that. So it's not going to be all me or Jim or any of the other people for sure. It's going to be all of you sharing as well. Cool? Awesome. So if you haven't been, again, it's a opt-in. You have to be in. There's a link that you should have received a while back. If you don't remember where it is, reach out to myself or Jim, and we'll get the link to you so that you can sign up, because you have to register, because we're not allowing non-Future Home agents in on this right now. Cool? Awesome? Good deal. All right. Now, let's get down to business for our May meeting. We love to talk about this. Part of what I am doing in the Monday Motivations right now, probably about 3 weeks ago, I started with the vision of Future Home Realty. So let's take us back for a second. The reason I like to do this is because it's good to know who we are, right? What our DNA is. Because our DNA is who we are as a culture, all right, as a company. Now, it's real famous, I don't know if you've been if you go to the offices, we don't have these real cool posters that say teamwork, everybody rowing in the same direction, all right? Okay, all that kind of stuff, right? All that. But we like to think that we wear our posters on our bodies, that who we are promotes who we are, right? It's not just because, hey, we have integrity because there's a poster that says integrity, all right? Okay, we want to know that we want people to see who we are, right, based upon our actions, and say, hey, look, that's kind of people we want to hang out with. That's kind of people we want to be a part of. That's kind of people we want to do business with, right? That as a client, they want to do business with somebody that has these core principles. So what I do every May, I go back and we revisit this, and I also give you a little status update of where we are as a company, because you got to be proud of who we are. By the way, it's we. It's not me. It's we. You understand? This company is us. We've said for years, we kind of got away from it, but we're not a real estate company, but a company of real estate agents. And there's a little difference there, right? Is that a real estate company is company on top, driven down, whereas I'm envisioning a company of real estate agents kind of bottom up, right? That you guys are the company, and we're just helping you do what you do well, so that we can, as a group, as a collective, be a really cool group of people that do business and happen to do real estate. Fair enough? All right, so there's a difference there. All right, so FHR Home Realty, here's our vision, all right? We're going to revolutionize the real estate industry, becoming the most agent-centric model in the world. That was from day one, back in 2004, when I sat down that one day at the park to try and create a model of a company that I might want to go to. That's how I started the company, by the way. I said, all right, if I'm going to recruit me, all right, what would it look like? I'm a firm believer I can't sell what I wouldn't buy, right? And so if I was going to go out to the real estate community and start pitching this idea of, hey, come join us, and who's us? Well, it's me right now, but it's soon to be. If you join us, now we'll have an us. All right, and that first one, Darla. Okay, all right. Saw the vision way back in the day, right? See? And our single-digit agents, they're pretty proud. You go to the Christmas party, and you'll find out who our single-digit agents are. The ones that are 1 through 9. All right, they wear a badge of honor. Our first Christmas party, there were like 6 of us sitting around the kitchen table or around our kitchen bar area. Here we are. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go take on the world. And but I started with agent centricity. What that means is I'm going to focus not on business profit first. I'm going to focus on agent profitability. Because if I focus on agent profitability, business profitability will come as a byproduct of that. Okay, kind of the opposite of where some companies start. Okay, well, I can't do that because we can't be profitable. And initially, when we had 6, all right, not only was I paying for the Christmas party, I was paying for the electric bill. And I was paying for everything right at that time because the 6 in our model wasn't getting it done, but we had the vision of where we could go. All right, so agent centricity is kind of where we started. We're going to focus on agent development, knowing that sales results will be a byproduct of agent development. All right? Now, what kind of development are we talking about? Are we talking about sales development? Yeah, but no. All right? We're going to develop on the whole person, right? We're a firm believer that you being a good salesperson, all right, mean you really going to be a good sales consultant. Okay? Matter of fact, we don't like to use sales at all. It's more, I'm consulting someone through the real estate process. But in order to do that, I need to be good emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, and intellectually. That's where we're going to focus. All of our training is going to be around all these things, kind of a holistic approach. All right, now we don't do acupuncture on the backside. All right, that would be very holistic if we did that, but nothing wrong with that. You ever had acupuncture? All right, I have. Okay, it is. It's like, what in the world? All right, really? I'm going to choose to let someone poke me, and they put needles where I didn't know their needles would go. All right. Oh, this is a good spot. Okay, so you say. All right. All right. By the way, I get off on little rabbit trails, so that's good. All right. So that's how we're going to focus it, though, because I'm a firm believer that if you're emotionally and spiritually and physically and intellectually and financially healthy, then you're going to make proper decisions to properly guide a client through the process, right? If you're not financially healthy, then you're making decisions that are not based on what's good for your client a lot of times. You've been there? I've been there. It's like, hey, you know what? This may not be the house for you, but my mortgage is due. Right? Okay? All right? So I really need to be that mortgage. You know what I mean? I'm kind of undecided. That's okay. You hold the pen. I'll move the paper, and we'll get it signed. All right? Okay? We'll get it done. All right? Just, we'll make this happen. Okay, so I've been there, right? But that's not when I've been the best consultant that I've been, right? Is that I want to be in a place where I'm healthy in every aspect of my life. And by the way, physically, you guys come to 100K, we teach physical fitness a lot. We don't teach it there, but we encourage you to go do it, right? Okay? And you're checking in. I see you checking in. And what's that fit boot camp? Yeah, good job. Virtual high five. Nice job. I always like it when I see you because she checks in at her boot camp, all right, when she's in the morning. That's important. You know why? Because when you feel good about you, all right, people are attracted to you. Guys have been to 100K. We don't chase business. We teach people how to attract business rather than chase it, right? Isn't it way better to be on if we had 2 types of people, you're going to go to a call center, you want to be on the inbound call side or the outbound call side? Inbound. Yeah, I'll tell you choose inbound. Thank you very much, right? Okay? All right? I'd rather people saying, hey, look, I need Comcast, or what's it called now? Is it Comcast still? No, it's Spectrum. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. All right, very good. All right, good, you should know that. All right? I want Spectrum Business Services or whatever rather than, hey, let me interrupt your dinner and ask you if you want Spectrum Business, right? So with that in mind, let's be the type of people that we attract people, right? We use the word compel a lot. We want people compelled to do business with you. all right? The opposite of that is we don't want people repelled from doing business with you, right? We want people compelled to be, and part of that is just feeling good about you. Now, does it help when you are physically fit? Yeah, people are more attracted. You can read all the studies you want. You can argue with it all you want. Trust me, I taught high school math in Southern California. It was not in the hood, but it was on the edge, okay? All right, it was on the edge of the hood, and I had several gang members in my math class, right? And they come, and I got along real well, but first of all, I spoke Spanish, right? And so it was good, so we had that type of respect. Plus, I said, hey, look, and welcome to my gang, all right? Here we are. I know why you joined a gang. You joined a gang because you have no structure at home, all right? So you're looking for the structure that a gang provides you. That's your family, right? So guess what? For the next 55 minutes, you're in my third period family, all right? And this is my gang, and I'm going to give you the structure you crave. All right, and I did, and they responded to that, all right? And with that in mind, though, they would sometimes, we got along well, and they'd say, oh, Mr. McD, that's what they never pronounced my last name, so McD was my short. Mr. McD, the vice principals, they treat us differently. I'm like, dude, look at you. It's like, what? I said, you want to be treated differently. What do you mean? I said, look at the way you dress. See, I didn't pull any punches, right? I had to block some punches maybe sometimes, right? But I didn't pull any. And I'd say, you want to be treated differently. And, hey, that's good with me. But be prepared to deal with the consequences of dressing that way. All right? If you want to dress that way, is it right? Whatever. It is. Right or wrong, people are going to judge you by the way you appear and so on and so forth, whether we like it or not. So with that in mind, we can fight it. Or we can say, hey, you know what? It is what it is, all right? So with that, I'm going to encourage you to just continue to be the best you can be. Because when you are the best you, that's when people are attracted to you, right? And that's an inbound call, right? Is when people are coming to you saying, hey, look, you know what? I did a big deal with your friend, and my friend said that you were the person I have to have, right? And so that's what you want. So that's all part of what we do, all right? So that's the vision. Then from there, we created the mission, all right? Future Home Realty, here's our mission statement. It has not changed since 2004. Future Home Realty exists to provide real estate agents the most profitable, effective, efficient place to run their business. Operative word is there. Okay, you guys are all in business for yourself, right? And so with that in mind, we exist to help you run that business. That's our goal, right? Is that we want you to run Joe Elmer Inc. in the most profitable, effective way possible. Right? And we do that. Profitability, we give you a great commission structure. All right? Effective, we are doing even a better job. Nice job, ladies, on the 2-day turnaround rule. Okay? Knocking it out. I know, 4 days, sorry. All right? We're telling you 4. Sorry, we're telling you guys 4. It's internally, it's 2. All right? Okay? But some of you guys are actually complaining to me now. I didn't get a chance to finish uploading it, and they're already sending me stuff that I don't have. I'm missing documents, all right? Okay? Because we changed that we want you, all right, when you upload something to get a response so that you can't come back later and say, well, I didn't know, or no one told me, and so on and so forth, right? So with that in mind, that's how that's what we're doing. So that's part of the effectiveness. And efficient is that as well, right? We want to help guide you and lead you and give you the tools to run your business as efficiently as possible as well, all right? So that's always been the mission, is to help you get to that point. Now, from there, this is what, by the way, we're starting to go through our core values, all right? These are the posters on the wall, all right, that we're going to go through, okay? Number 1 is integrity, all right? This matters most. Without it, you need not waste your time attempting to conduct business. Deal honestly and fairly with all people at all times. We expect honesty from our team members, period, all right? There is no choice to make when you say, you know what, I'm just going to tell the truth. All right? You know who the smartest people in the world are? The habitual liars. Because they got to remember what I told her and that him and that, you know what I mean? Because they got to keep everything straight. All right? Whereas if you can just do the right thing, right, and do your business with integrity, I am telling you, it will come back to pay you in spades. All right? Over and over and over again, if you just go do the right thing, and that's one of our next core values later on. Personal growth, there we go again. All right, we seek team members who strive to improve in all areas of their life. Stagnation is not acceptable, right? We want to grow in everything that we do, in all those areas we talked about, all right? Discipline. This is, you know what, we have found in our 100K sessions, that discipline is the differentiator, right? It is Okay, Kevin talked about the 3 I's: ideas, inspiration, and implementation. The discipline to implement, to actually do something, not just talk about it, not just think I want to talk about it, oh, that would be nice to do someday, all right? But the discipline to actually hold yourself accountable and do it is the biggest differentiator in people that succeed and don't succeed, not only in real estate, but in anything, right? So if you can learn through a series of whatever it takes, all right, to be disciplined. The reality is the payoff on the backside, guys, feels so good. If I can just, it feels so good, the payoff on the backside, when you've done the right thing on the front side. The law of the harvest that we talk in 100K as well about, you are going to reap if you sow, right? But you've got to sow. We can't expect reaping without sowing, right? That's, it's biblical, all right? It's all over the Bible, all right? That people sometimes say, oh, you reap what you sow, okay? That's kind of has a negative connotation. I'm talking about, hey, you reap what you sow, all right? Big difference there. That's the good news about the law of the harvest, is that if we sow the right things, we're going to reap the right things. And we pay it forward on the front side, and you are going to reap, all right? It's a really cool thing. But the discipline to do that, all right, is uncommon, right? It's the farmer literally having the discipline and the faith, if you will, to put the seed in the ground and do all the work on the front side with a hope it's going to work out kind of promise on the backside, right? Yep. And by the way, just as a quick aside, we talk about the difference in left and right America and middle America, flyover country, and why, I live in Nashville, Tennessee, which is not only the Bible Belt, but the buckle of the Bible Belt, right? Okay, it is right there, okay? And with that in mind, farmers, and that there's a ton of farmers in where I am, but you go to Kansas and these wheat fields in Nebraska and those kind of places, those are people of great faith. Why? Because it's out of their hands a lot of times. Right? They're like, hey, I did what I was supposed to do, but you know what? Sure hope it rains. Right? You know what I mean? And so those are the kind of people, they have great faith because they have learned, and it's almost to a fault sometimes because they just have to, right? That's the way of life. That's the way they live. So be disciplined. Find a way to discipline yourself. And you know what? A lot of times that takes a partner. All right? Having someone that's going to help discipline you. All right? Someone that's going to honestly look you in the eyes and tell you what you do and what you should be doing and what you're not doing. All right? But you're going to do it back to them so it's all, tit for tat. All right. Okay. Excellence. Provide excellent service. Go the extra mile. Do nothing half-heartedly. Never let I try to be an excuse for lack of results. If a task cannot be started with an expectation of excellence, then don't start it at all. No questions asked. Don't this is being recorded, weigh things. Okay? All right? We don't do things halfway. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not, don't. Right? Let someone else do it. Now, again, I wish I could talk to the other 14,000 realtors in Tampa Bay, because I understand what you guys deal with on a daily basis, right? That you're out there. Here's your goal, by the way. How many guys dealing, you're trying to make an offer, you can't get a whole listing agent, and nobody's answering your calls, and you're just like, holy smokes, what in the world's going on? Those people are listing with bad agents, right? Your job is to go out and get them before they have a chance to list with a bad agent. Seriously, that's your goal. Say, you know what, there's so many bad agents out there, I need to go rescue the population from bad agents, right? It's what you need to do, because they don't know any better. They're listening because it's their aunt, all right? But their aunt's a bad agent. You need to go rescue them from making a bad decision. Are you with me? So with that in mind, you need to be an excellent agent. Just go and do this thing. You know the cool thing is, it doesn't take a whole lot. It's a small degree of differentiation, but it makes the biggest difference in the world. All right, when you just go the extra mile and do the extra things, okay? And do the right things is basically what you're doing. All right? Pay it forward, give back to the community. This is part of what we do. No greater sense of achievement is felt than when a person unselfishly gives time, money, and effort for the benefit of others. Find a way to contribute positively in the community. We will be known as the most giving company in the area. We want to be out there. I want to, part of 100K, what they agree to do, right, is you agree to donate 4 hours a month to some type of nonprofit, all right? You're going to go out there and serve in the community. It could be working with stray dogs, to working with stray people, to working with orphans, to working with the homeless, to working whatever, okay? Could be the Arbor Society or whatever, cleaning up the beaches. Go find a way to contribute, because when you contribute, you feel better about you. And when you feel better about you, you attract more business, and the cycle just rolls, all right? It's just a good way to go. All right. Teamwork. Working together, everyone's going to provide excellent service, find your strengths, and contribute those to the betterment of the team. You know, the underlying or the overlying principle, I should say, on this is always abundance. So what? Abundance. When you work from a spirit of abundance, is that? Oh, not loud enough?
No, you got it down too far.
Holy smokes! I thought. All right, jeez.
It's going in.
All right. Okay. All right. When you, I usually have to turn myself down, not up. Let me get some water. What's that?
I can control you.
Oh, okay. Very good. When you deal from a culture or a spirit of abundance, then you're not fearful of not being a good team member. Let me tie that in for you. So there are other companies out there where it's all, hey, you know what? I can't share that idea because if I share that idea, I'm going to lose business, right? Someone's going to steal my idea and they'll take business that I could have had. Let me say this clearly. Can you hear me now, Jim? Yeah. All right, perfect. All right. All right. There is plenty of business for us all, right? There is plenty of business for us all. With that in mind, let's just all go do what we do well, right? And share with others. If you guys haven't been on the 100K Facebook group page, go. It's an amazing thing to see how everybody's just helping each other out and just chipping in and getting answers to questions before I even have a chance to log on. Matter of fact, I just delay my logging on. That's perfect. All right? Because then after, if I just wait 7 minutes, then I can just go on and like, and boom, I'm done. All right? Great answer, great answer, great answer, great answer. All right? And I'm out, okay? And I've done my broker job for the day. All right? So it's perfect. But seriously, it's amazing to see the group that is in there and the way people help support each other and do those things, all right? And if we were dealing from an attitude of lack, you wouldn't have that, right? But we're all like, hey, you know what? Good on you. That is so great. You've had 4 closings this month and things are going great and you want a little tweak on that. Here, let me help you out, see what I can do. It's just an incredible online community. Help each other out, all right? But that's all being part of a team because we're all dealing with that spirit of abundance, right? That we're coming from that aspect. All right. Professional standards, the code of ethics is very clear on how we're supposed to conduct our business. We all had to take ethics class. By the way, you guys are scrambling. Guys, December 30th. Oh, I can do it online. Can I? Right? You guys are, I've had 4 years and now I have 4 minutes. All right? So I get it. I did mine 4 hours ahead. All right? Okay, I got it. But the code of ethics, all right, that we have is very clear. What it basically says is do unto others as you would have done unto you. All right? Treat people right. All right? Be honest. All these things that we talk about. Above all else, the last line, follow the golden rule of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Just do the right thing. Answer your phone, right? Now, you know I teach single agency versus transaction brokerage a lot. I encourage single agency versus transaction brokerage. Can I be a single agent and strenuously represent my client without being an a-hole? Absolutely. You absolutely can. You can say, hey, look, you know what? I appreciate that. You missed it. Sorry. You don't have to say, you know, all right, on that. But the reality is, all right, you missed it on the contract. The contract's very clear. And here's the way we're going to, proceed with it. If not, what's your favorite word, Kevin, that you don't like to hear? Govern yourselves accordingly. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Our David Rankin likes to say that term, govern yourselves accordingly. Whenever you get a letter and it's finished, instead of sincerely David Rankin, it's govern yourself accordingly. That means David's ready to sue you. All right? Okay? All right? So David's ready to sue you. All right? Okay? So govern yourselves accordingly means you better lawyer up is what they're telling you. All right? Okay? So with that in mind, let's govern ourselves. Kevin, you got something to add there? No, okay. All right. So just do it that way. All right. And by the way, I track right with you, brother. I see those letters as well. All right. Okay. All right. Responsibility. What's that?
I'm next door, so I sometimes get your mail.
Oh, that's why you saw it. Okay. Very good. This is a big one for me. Responsibility. All right. Now, right now, it's very un-American, all right, but we're going to pretend like we're somewhere else, okay? There's no greater business than repeat and referral business. In order to get that, clients must be satisfied with their transaction. When mistakes happen, and they will, admit them and fix them. Do whatever it takes to make it right. When you screw up, own it. Period. Okay? I've screwed up. I've bought refrigerators. I've paid for closing costs that I didn't think I was going to have to pay for. All right? I've done it. When you own it, all right, A, you'll be able to look yourself in the mirror in the morning, number one. Number two, you're going to get business out of it because you just did the right thing. It may cost you in the short term, but you're going to get business in the long term. That whole idea of personal responsibility, that, you know what, I am where I am today because of choices I've made. We start there at 100K, by the way, as well. By the way, you probably don't want to come to 100K. If you haven't been to 100K, you're like, holy smokes. What do they do? They tell me I'm going to actually have to work to make money? What? Okay, I thought I just got my license because in 2 weeks I'd be driving a Jaguar and wearing a Rolex. All right? That's what they told me in school, right? The reality is that if you work, you will reap. All right? And the reality is, though, also that wherever your starting point is, wherever you are today, is because of choices you've made. You, and you. Me as well. All right? It's, but I wanted, it's my genetics. Or, so it's my grandparents' fault, right? Or if you saw the household I was raised in, all right, so it's your parents' fault, right? It's anybody's fault but mine, all right? That is not the attitude to take. The attitude to take is, you know what? Hey, you know what? Do I all get raised in different situations? Absolutely, right? Bad things happen, I get it. I'm with you, right? Okay? Get over it, all right? We'll make it Facebook friendly. Get, period, over, period, it, period. All right? I'll put even a color background behind it. All right? Okay, so I can be real hip. All right. So take responsibility, seek win-win, seek transactions where all the parties feel good. All right, now again, is everybody going to feel great at the end of it? By the way, wow, how could a transaction be where everybody feels, well, guess what? Because if everybody doesn't at least have some semblance of this, you aren't getting to closing anyway. Now, you don't understand that, right? It ain't happening. Right? Someone's just going to say, whatever. Okay, send me your letter where it says, govern myself accordingly. I ain't closing. All right? So unless we get to that stage where we can sit there and say, okay, you know what? Everybody's feeling good about who they are and what they did and where we are in this transaction, right? We don't have to separate the seller and the buyer, in different counties, all right? So they can't see each other, right? You've been there. Then that's the better transaction to have, all right? So those are our core principles and beliefs as we go through. Let me finish with this. Right now, the reason we cover this in May too, because in May we pay our referral bonuses from the prior year, right? From 2016. You guys know, a lot of you are former KW, and former KW, now we are not 7 levels deep in the whole gig, right? But what we do is a one-on-one, you refer people to us, we say thank you. 10% of the 250s, you get the 250 that someone you would have sponsored pays to Future Home, or if they paid a smaller amount on a referral fee or whatever. We track every dollar. The only thing we don't pay the 10% on is the monthly dues, all right, so separate that out. But all the other monies that somebody you would refer to us brings in, we keep track of it, and at the May of the following year, we pay 10% of that back to there, right? We're going to hand out, I think it's close to $37,000 right now, okay? All right, which is strong, all right? Okay, so $37,000 coming back to you as a thank you for, hey, you know what? And it's a good time for us to remind you who we are, so it's easy for you to say, hey, look, I want a piece of that action, all right? I dare you, make me hand out $100,000. Make me, all right? Because I get 90% of the other. You guys understand that? Okay, all right, okay, good deal. I'm just open, up front, and honest, all right, okay? But make me hand out 100 because we want you. It's an inbound call for us, right, Jim? Right? Hey, I just talked to my friend Lori, and Lori, I just did a deal with Lori. She was a really nice agent, and by the way, I saw her check at closing. She got paid at closing, and B, all right, what you took out of her commission was a lot less than what my broker took out of mine. So she said I had to give you guys a call. That's an inbound call for us. We take that, we put those people in our system, and then we say thank you, Lori. right? And so it's as simple as that, as doing it. And that is how we grow. It's the best 10% we'll ever spend, right? Because what else is it going to take for me to go out there and try and, plus we got 1,200 now agents that are doing deals with agents I don't know, right? So that's all a good thing. And remember, we have offices in Orlando and Jacksonville, and we even were members of about who knows how many boards now. All right, the list grows daily. All right, but we're a member of a bunch of boards. We're a member of the Miami Broward Dade, right? Something now, because, all right, what's that? Miami. Okay. So if you got agents down there that, I mean, we don't have an office there, but we had some agents that moved there from here and didn't want to leave. So we just said, all right, we'll join the board. All right. So here we are. All right. And they're just kind of running remotely. So if you got agents that you know in those other locations, we would value those referrals as well. So anyway, we're going to hand out a ton of money. All right. I think we have the top 4 checks here. Now realize, here's the other thing too. I love to compare this, being former Keller Williams myself, I love to compare it to Keller Williams profit sharing. This is not profit sharing. This is off the top sharing. All right? I paid this back when I was still paying for the Christmas party and the electric bill. All right? Okay? I paid this when we were not profitable. All right? So it's off the top. I pay it regardless of company profitability or not. Speaking of which, let me just get to that, and I promise we'll be done here in about 3 minutes. Future Home's great. Okay, financially, we've been debt-free from day one, all right? Okay, all right? And we are strong. You can rest assured, all right, that we aren't going anywhere, all right? Don't ever worry about, because we get agents coming to us, they're like, hey, look, the reason I'm joining you is because my broker's last 3 commission checks bounced, all right? Okay, I get that, all right? That's not a good place to be, all right? All right, you want to, hey, look, he's, so with that in mind, all right, no fears there. And I say that because sometimes people are fearful of that because they come to us like, how in the world, right? $35 a month, $250 a deal, and they say, well, with 6, I can't, all right? But now with 1,200, I can't, right? And so with that, the strength is in our power of our numbers, all right? But don't ever worry about the financial stability. And can I tell you this? I have learned, but I was you, right? So I'm a salesperson by nature, but thank God for Future Home Realty that I'm married to a non-salesperson. All right? Okay? Because you know how salespeople are, right? I can outsell any mistake, right? Okay, we'll just take that risk. Come on, I'll just go sell more if it doesn't come. Oh, I better go sell more, right? So with that in mind, Jeanette has brought us into always from the get-go, a position of financial stability, so you can rest assured. You guys have never, very few of you have met Jeanette, all right? And I'll just tell this because Jeanette used to come to the Christmas parties. When it was at our house, she was there, all right? But, okay, but she used to come to the Christmas parties. Now that we moved to Tennessee, she doesn't come, all right? But I'll be honest with you, it was one of the worst 3 hours of her life anyway. Not because of you, all right? But because she had to sit there for 3 hours and smile and shake your hand and have you tell her what a great guy I am. I know, isn't he wonderful? If you only knew, right? So she geographically is not allowed to come as much, so it's been beneficial. It's a win-win, all right? Because you guys can feel free. She's like, oh yeah, what a great guy. All right. Anyway, so that being said, and did you know this? Here's some little tidbits, and Jim recommended. I think it's a good idea. We should start throwing these out once a month just to help you. First of all, we know that we are the #2 company in all of Tampa Bay. #2. All right. All of Tampa Bay. That's enclosed sales units. We're actually #3 in volume, all right? But enclosed sales units, we're #2. Second only to Ruttenberg, and we're catching them, all right? They had a head start on us, and we're going to go get them, okay? So that is incredibly strong. Did you know this? There's another thing you can throw in your listing presentation. 2016, Future Home Realty sold over $1 billion in real estate. $1 billion in real estate. It's a lot of real estate, all right? Okay? That's strong. And that's you guys, right? You guys are doing an awesome job. And this year already, we're far exceeding anything we could have imagined or projected already for 2017, all right? So we are healthy, you guys are healthy, right? And that's all a good thing. And with that in mind, let's just continue to help it grow. All right? So rest easy and know that we're in good shape. All right? Okay. All right. So let's go down. I got 5 actually here. Okay. This is the number 5th person. By the way, you know MLS dues are due right now, right? Coming up. Okay. Wouldn't this be a good way for let me pay your MLS dues? All right. How do you, Bob, will you pay my MLS dues? Sure, I'll reimburse you. All right. Just give us some agents and we'll reimburse you. By the way, one capping agent gives you $358. How does that work? 358, where's that come? Well, remember our cap is $4,000, right? Subtract out the 35 a month because we don't pay on that, but that does go toward the cap, right? So 35 a month is $420. 4,000 minus 420 is 3,580. 10% of 3,580 is $358. All right? So what are MLS dues? How much? Yeah, and how much are they? $324. One capper pays your MLS dues. All right? That's it. Okay, so here's our 5th highest, all right? Corey Hudson. And Corey hasn't joined us too long ago. She joined pretty quickly, but she has 3 or 4 agents that have joined. So she gets a check for $996.18. All right? That's strong. Oh, that was close. Those were within 7 cents of each other. Kelly Adderhold by 7 cents is number 4. All right? Kelly Adderhold works out of our Seminole office. All right, $996.25. All right, strong. Job, Kelly. Tracy Wilkinson. Tracy, she shared with us probably about 4 or 5 months ago. She came in. She's the one that used to do Princess House parties. Remember how she said her whole goal was to get a party out of a party? Remember that's what they do at Tupperware and Princess House and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, your goal when you do a party is to have a party. She took that whole principle and applied it to her real estate business. Says my transaction is supposed to get me more transactions, right? And that's the way, if you think about it that way, every transaction leads you to 5 transactions. Look out. Okay, they could go there. So Tracy's been a great referrer of us. $1,069 coming back to Tracy. All right, in number 2 position. All right, beer coming. All right. I know. See, that's right. You're right. You just got. They'll come on. And this is the beginning of 2016 production. All right. I told you our number 1 agent, okay, number 1 being the first agent who ever joined Future Home, saw the vision way back in the day, all right? Left for a minute and came back. And you were still number 1. I hadn't got anybody else by the time you came back.
Let me tell you something. I was like 2 or 3 in State of Florida for Keller Williams.
Yeah.
That's more.
See? There you go. $1,163.92 to Darla Wright. Congratulations. I'm tethered and I don't like to do that. Congratulations. Great job. And Yvette Ramos. You guys know Yvette? All right, works out of the Carrollwood area and does some stuff. Former KW. Brought on over some pretty strong people. And she has a lot of 358s in here. $1,342. All right, coming back to Yvette. All right. That's 4 years worth of MLS dues. All right. Matter of fact, that's her board and R, FAR, local GTAR, everything all rolled into one. So let me pay that for you, all right? But overall, by the way, Maureen is handing out, if those of you are here, she's handing out checks. We have several people that are north of $500 and so on and so forth. It's great. All told, it's adding up. I think I said 38,000. I have to take a look at where it is. It's amazing to see where you guys have gone, all right? So that's who we are. Great job so far. Great job last year, over $1 billion in sales, all right? Great job so far. We are exceeding that by far, what we had on pace for this year, all right? So you're part of a moving group, all right? Know that and walk with confidence when you walk out. Guys want to go and come back 11:30. We're having that other session. It's going to come in. If you have any questions, we'd love to see you. We've got some other things coming up. Tom, yes.
Just one quick announcement. Realtor Care Foundation of GTAR is having a golf tournament. Is Francine still here?
She had to step out with yeah.
Anyway, if you go to the Realtor Care Foundation of GTAR Facebook page, there's a flyer there on the golf tournament. It's going to be over in Buckhorn and Brandon, and it takes a foursome to get into it. So check it out. If you're a golf player, check it out because the funds come back to the Realtor Care Foundation, which I happen to be vice president of, and we give $5,000 in down payment and closing assistance to buyers that qualify for it, and it's a grant. It's not a loan. It's a
Straight out
They never
grant.
have to pay it back.
That's awesome. Good deal. That's perfect. Next week, Kevin, when's your ball? It's June, right? Is when you're doing, okay. June 15th. Next week on the 10th, a week from tomorrow, all right, down at the Hampton Inn in Clearwater. We have a back-to-back session if you guys want to come. First one is going to be Chris Light. You guys know Chris, the guys 100Kers know Chris. Chris is a fairly new agent, only been in the business a little over a year, but is tearing it up. Now, he works a ton with first-time home buyers, and he calls himself the down payment guy because he's aware of all these programs, so he's going to share that along with some information about Home Partners of America, which is a lease option program that they take care of, not us, all right? So that's why we allow it. And so that's all 9 o'clock at the Hampton Inn in Clearwater on Ulmerton Road near the Pro building. And then we'll take a quick break. He's 9 to 10:15. 10:30, I'm going to roll in and we're going to do Speak the Language of an Investor class, all right, which teaches you. Here's what we're teaching, right? We want to be prepared for all parts of buyers who walk in our doors, right, who come in our path, all right? And one of them is first-time home buyers who right now are almost starting to get priced out of the market, right? The only things that they can afford, all right, and qualify for are these things that are just in really bad shape. So that's why Francine's going to come talk to us about renovation loans, that you can roll in one package. Not only can you have down payment, all right, but you can get the down payment for the $100,000 home, but get a loan for 95% or whatever it is of the whole package of 120 to actually get the thing in shape where you can actually habitate the thing. All right? Okay, so that's one of the things we want to be ready for. First-time home buyers that are ready to go but have no down payment, period. That's why we're going to teach this Chris Light, right? He's going to come and share with you that. Home Partners of America, that's kind of a slow cooker kind of thing. All right? The nice thing about a slow cooker kind of thing is that once they qualify, you get paid on the front side. All right? Because it's a cash closing occurring because Home Partners of America are actually going to buy the property, and then they in turn do the lease option with the client. So you get paid now. All right? So that's great. Then we also going to run in investors, right? Now, we have buy and flip investors, which Jeff's one of those, but he's also a buy and hold guy, all right? The buy and flip, okay, there's a real quick seminar on that. You ready? Buy low, sell high in the seminar, okay? Okay, thank you very much. The trick is buying low, right? And not putting too much in. Now, what I'm going to come talk about is, hey, you know what? I want to talk edge. If Jeff walked in, he wasn't a realtor, and I wanted to say, hey, Jeff, you know what? I run the numbers on this duplex. And you're probably looking at, if you can get this where I think we can get this, you're probably looking at about a 10.5 cap. And if you put 70 or 25% down, I just did some quick numbers, you're probably looking at about annual 18 to 20% ROI. All right? And so you say that to an investor as a realtor, first of all, carry smelling salts because you have to wake them up, all right? Because a realtor actually knew what those terms meant and how to calculate that stuff, all right? So you can wave them awake. But if you can have all those tools in your belt and be able to deal with all those types of people, and then the last thing we're going to bring to you is somebody that's going to do, that we trust, that we're looking for, is somebody that's going to do credit repair, all right? That's what we call our crock pot buyers, all right? We're going to put those in the slow cooker, all right? Okay, let them come out. You know, we'll come back and check it in about 6 months and see what's going on, all right? See if they're done, all right? And then they'll pop out. But why throw them away, right? Okay? I like crock pot food. Okay? The crock pots are awesome, man. Jeanette said, hey, can you take care of dinner tonight? Sure enough. Throw a chicken in there, slice up some potatoes, some sweet potatoes, a couple onions. Look out. Here we go. Done. All right? Come back later. House smells good. Oh, it's awesome. Break out your crock pot. You haven't been there. All right? Go get your crock pot. All right. Good deal. So anyway, so that's next Wednesday. We'll be teaching that. By the way, we are going to record all these sessions. The session this afternoon we're going to record as well. And Francine's allowed us to, we'll throw that up on FHR University. So again, ideas for FHR University, give them to us. Keep your ideas coming. And anything we do, and we'll be ready to roll about 11:30, right? We can get started right on time. Right on time. All right, guys, have a great day. Good to see you. All right.